Hello and welcome. Today we're on Magic the Gathering Arena, Wizards of the Coast's latest digital product, and today I'm going to be recording one of their new quick drafts that just went live today as of recording this. For those of you who've played Magic before, this is the difference between a quick draft and a normal draft, is that you don't actually draft with other people. They have AIs picking the other cards out of the packs, and the games are all best of one, and you play until you get to 7 wins or 3 losses. And the games are against real people, just not the drafting process. I've only done one of these so far, but the main takeaway from this is that people need to mulligan more aggressively, because when it's best of one, you can't afford to get mana screwed. If you don't hit your land drops, you're just gonna die. And then there's no coming back. You can't win game 2 and 3 because those don't exist. So I'm going to fire this up, and we will go ahead and get into it. Okay, looking at it, Adorned Pouncer is a decent rare, has applications in Constructed, but not really what I was hoping for. I would have loved some giant bomby angel or something. A lot of this pack is pretty bad. The 2 cards I'm looking at are Banewhip Punisher. This card's just really good. Like, by itself, it represents, like, a Flame Tonkavu effect, or Necrotal, or whatever you want to call it. Kill one of your opponent's dudes. And there are a lot of effects in this set, and a Monkette too, that put neg1 counters on people's stuff. Such as Torment of Venom, which is probably the next card I would consider most. I think this card is very good. Like, it's a solid removal spell that generates a little bit of value in itself, and also synergizes with one of the cooler themes in the set, so I think I would be likely to take this if the Punisher weren't here, but the Punisher's just an awesome card. So we're gonna go with that. Let's see. We have some deserts. I only got 2 deserts in my previous draft, and I wish that I had gotten more, because I got a couple cool cards that synergize with it. This card is pretty good, but it's also pretty slow. The thing about, especially because I took a black card to start, I think one of the better things to be doing with black in this format is just drafting every Kenra Eternal you see and just beat down with Grizzly Bears as fast as possible. And I don't think this really fits into what I want to do. This card, though, does, because it's just a Hill Giant 3/3 for 4 mana, which is not incredible, but this ability is, like, really gross, because you can activate it whenever you want, so you're just sending in with all your zombies, and your opponent has to block, and then you mess up all their blocks because your guys can't die. So it really makes combat hard for people. This card, Bitterbow Sharpshooters, is pretty good. 4/4 for 5 is just a very solid body in this format. It's going to be really hard to attack through this, but I think this card is at least as good, and I already have a black card to start, so this is a pretty easy aggressive card, I think. Okay. Again, I don't see a lot of crazy good stuff here. This guy's okay. Eternalize is just always nice because you're generating value as the game goes on. But there's just a lot of very narrow cards here, like Gideon's Defeat. And like Unsummon and Strategic Planning are whatever, but they're not incredible, so I'm not super interested in those. I think I'm gonna go with what I said earlier and just start grabbing Kenra Eternals and beating people up. This card, the Vile Manifestation, can be insane, but it needs the right type of deck. You need to be drafting around as many cycling synergies as you can, and you could do that, and I wouldn't fault someone for it, but I would prefer to take the more consistently solid card, because I don't have to worry about seeing a bunch more zombies to make Kenra Eternal work. I can just play this. I think we might have finally bricked. These cards are not very good. So there are 2 ways to go with this, I think. Like I said, I want to be aggressive with how I've started. So the 2 options, I could take this Camel and go into black-white. There are a lot of zombie synergies and cool things to be doing in black-white. I'll have to look for some deserts if I want to get full value out of this. Or I can take this Manticore Eternal, which this thing is big and nasty and blocking it sucks. And I actually haven't played this card before, so I'm going to take it because it's cool. And yeah, it is a zombie Manticore, so if I get zombie stuff, it still works. So let's see. This card, if I'd taken the Camel, I would consider Dunes of the Dead. The problem is that it's difficult to find the sacrifice deserts to properly get that into your graveyard. The two things that interest me here are Crash Through. It's just nice to be able to do something relevant like Give Your Guys Trample, and it cycles itself, so that's great. But I'm just, like I said, I'm going to take every Kenra Eternal I can, and I'm going to attack people. Oh, I even forgot. I'm talking about zombie synergies. I already have a zombie synergy card. So this guy attacks each turn if able, and blocking him sucks, and I already have stuff to make it even worse for them. So that's cool. And on that note, I'm probably going to take this guy, because he is relatively big. 3/3 for 3, that is solid. Yeah. Okay, here. Oh, this is one of the more interesting choices I've had so far. Do I take a third Eternal and just really try to go hard on zombie aggro, or do I take the cycling desert? Because desert synergies are cool, and having cycling lands makes you better going to the late game. I've already got 2 of these, and I bet I'll be able to get some more, and I said I want to pick a lot, but I don't need, like, 7. So I'm going to go with the desert. That could be wrong. Yeah, and here, if I were doing more cycling stuff, I would like this Titan. I kind of like this guy because he's a big lifelink creature and he can stabilize the board, but I don't know if that's what I want to be doing. I don't know if I want to stabilize the board. I think I just want to hit people. And I should say, I don't actually play that much limited. I'm mostly a constructed Magic player, and so it's possible that I'm way overvaluing this card and it was just abnormally good in my last draft. But I don't think I am, so I'm going to keep taking them. Here, I think this guy might be good. Not terrible. I think it's between the Devastator and this Carrion Screecher. Evasion is nice. They are both zombies, so that's cool. This is a good mana sink if I flood out. The decider, I think, here is going to be that I don't know I'm going to be red. I've got 1 desert and 1 decent card, but I am definitely going to be black. So I'm going to take the zombie bird. This is a trick. I don't think it's a very good trick. It cycles, but that's meh. I'd rather just have something that I actually want to cast. I'm going to take this desert. Red Bear, meh. Also meh, but at least it cycles. Take that, probably not going to play it. Got a Crash Through. I was just talking it down, but sure, I guess I have a Without Weakness now. Okay, that pack wasn't bad. I got a solid start, and hey, this guy's not a zombie, but it's a really good card in Constructed and I assume Limited, just because it beats down really fast. Other considerations would be, again, Torment of Venom. I would have liked to get this card. It's kind of funny. I don't know exactly how the AI picks cards in these. Like, did Wizards of the Coast upload a pick order and they draft like real people? Like, at a real table, this is the only black card in the pack, and it's very good. There's no way in the world it would ever table, but I don't know. The last one didn't, but that's fine. Okay, now things are getting good. This card is actually interesting to me just because I've got a bunch of, like, Kenra Eternals and stuff, and it's a decent card, but a Braid is just awesome. This is premium removal, good and limited, good and constructed, great card. I could consider Open Fire if it weren't here, but I don't think being able to go to the face is worth the extra mana. Okay, so I could go deeper on making life hard for my opponent. Could pick up some mana fixing, which that would be nice to have. 2 removal spells. If I had more neg 1 counter synergies, like besides just the Banewhip Punisher. Actually, I might take this anyway because it's so good with the Punisher and it's so cheap. This card is also good. Kills almost anything. I was considering the Devastator earlier, but this is like the 5th most card I'm most likely to take in this pack. I think I'm doing good on creatures, and I'm going to want more of this type of thing. And I haven't talked about it in a while, but like I said, this card's nuts. So if I can maximize that, that would be great. Ugh. I don't love this pack. Maybe I open something ridiculous and want to dip into green? I have a couple deserts already, and this card's not that bad. I don't think I'm going to be playing any of these cards. Okay. I could beat down with more zombie bears, but I think I'm doing okay on that. I think I do want at least 1 more removal spell, and so it's basically, do I want to basically be able to kill anything, or do I want instant speed and flexibility of being able to go with the face? My deck's relatively cheap and lean, so I think I can afford a little bit of clunkiness to have the more powerful card. Could take a trick. I don't have any good tricks yet, so that's a consideration, but I think I just really want this. Like, I think there are cool things to be doing with neg 1 counters, and I think, especially with the Punisher, it'd be nice to maximize that effect. And now I think I'm mostly good on removal. I've got several powerful cards. Might just take another one of these dudes. Yeah, that seems powerful. This is kind of a weird design. Why does the lizard have prowess? I don't know. Probably gonna take it. Don't think I'm gonna play it. Oh. Hey, I was looking for a Kindled Fury. Now I have one. Oh, cool. I don't know if I'm going to play this card. I don't think I have enough 2-drops yet. And, like, especially, you don't want to claim this, really. You want it to be in your graveyard, so you can eternalize it. But this is a neat card, and who knows, maybe I'll play it in Constructed. Cool. I don't mind playing one of these. It's good mana sink. Yeah, I think Wizards must have programmed a pick order, because otherwise we wouldn't be getting cards that are this bad this late. Sure. I might even play that second Kindled Fury. Okay, what do we got here? Legacy All-Star Blazing Volley, if you want to kill all those young Pyromancer tokens. This card is really good. This is basically a 4/4 for 3, which is nuts. So now the main thing I have to decide, do I want late game strength, which is what this will offer me. It's a very powerful, make lots of bodies, mess with my opponent card, or do I want the efficient dude that is going to beat the crap out of them? Could also take Electrify, but like I said, I think I've got enough of that effect. Do I could have sworn I took 2 Blur Blades. Huh. Oops. So maybe I want this, but I think I want the Lizard. I think the Lizard's really good. Okay, this is nice cheap interaction. Could be good. This is a good trick, but I already have those 2 Kindled Furies. I think I like those better. Don't really want to play Festering Mummy. It's okay, but it's better in a more defensive deck. I'm not sure if you're supposed to do this, but I kind of just want to pick the really big creature and attack with the really big creature. So I'm going to do that. This would be sweet in a different type of deck, but is mostly really good against me, so I'm not going to do that. This would be very good if I had more cycling cards, but I don't. This isn't a bad trick, but again, I don't know if that's what I'm in the market for. I think I just want more bears. This one's nice because I can use it to upgrade stuff later in the game. Okay. I do like this card, but I didn't really get any of the put neg 1 counters on your own dudes things. Like, in my previous draft, I got multiple lethal stings, and so these guys were great. I don't think I really have that here. This card would be fine. It would let me punch through with my with all my little guys later. I don't love it. This card is kind of a bomb. I think I want this. Like, if anything, just because it's funny. Okay. This card annoys the crap out of me because its design is such a mess. Like, you desperately want those abilities to somehow be linked. The put a -1/-1 counter on your creature and shoot something for 3, but they're not. It just has this wall of text with 2 abilities that have nothing to do with each other. But the card's still good, so I'm still gonna take it. Yeah. I don't hate this. Wish I had a little more mana fixing, but, yeah, I don't hate that card. Just upgrade your mana base a little bit. This card is a joke. Don't play it. At least not unless you're playing a very specific constructed deck. If I were white, I could play this. And yeah, I think this is where it's awkward that we're best of ones, because I would love to take this as a sideboard card, but there's no sideboard. So I'm probably just not going to play that, and I'm just going to lose to the deck where I would have wanted it. Maybe. Okay, I like this. Evasive body. These aren't terrible, but I like the Crash Throughs more, so, or the Kindled Furies more, so I think I'm just going to take the Evasive Zombie. Or Festering Zombies. I don't think I'm gonna play that, but whatever. Oh hey, now I have that Manticore, so that would be better. But still probably not going to play that. Okay. Oh, another thing that this does is it automatically adds the stuff for you, which is funny. I should probably see if I can turn it off. Yeah, there we go. I should probably see if I can turn that off, because for instance, when I got that last pick, Seer of the Last Tomorrow, it says, hey, you wanted an island in your deck, right? I'm like, no. Yes, disable auto-suggest. No, I don't want an island or a forest, so now I'm gonna cut these stupid cards that I don't want to play. I don't think I want the Desert Ceradon. I think I can do better. Like that card. Don't think I'm playing that. Don't think I want the bat. Yeah, this is the one I want to cut. I don't think I want this. Basically just cut all the cards I complained about while we were drafting. Okay, and then the result, 8, 12, 22, 24, so I still need one more cut. I think this is a 17 land deck. I've got several 5-drops and a random 7-drop, which I don't know if it's good, but that's fine. So I still need one more cut. I don't think I love this card. I kind of want to cut the Doomed Dissenter, but like it's good with this Manticore, and I just like value creatures, so I think I'm gonna cut this guy, because I think by the time I know that I want to be looting away extra lands and stuff, he won't be able to attack effectively anymore. So let's count again. 11, 15, 19, 22, 23, so we need 17 lands. Okay, so see, right now they have us at 6 black and 8 red. Probably just gonna go... Because I need double red much more than I need double black, but I suppose I want to hit red and black early. So... probably one more swamp and one more mountain. And yeah, I think I can afford to play this. I like having extra value in my mana base. Maybe I lose a game because my mana doesn't work because I have this stupid colorless land in my deck, but I don't think so. So yeah, it's also weird to me that like when I was removing my cards, okay, it was like putting them up here as if it were like my collection, which, yeah, I think collected in an inventory. Okay, instead of putting them in the sideboard, but like there isn't even sideboarding for this format, so I don't know. Anywho, let's get into some games. Luckily, this is the first day of drafting, so even though Hour of Devastation is a dead format, people are still drafting it, and it's very easy to find matches. So, okay, this is kind of what I was talking about. I really hate mulliganing, so I would be tempted to keep something like this sometimes, but in this best of one, you just really can't afford to just start missing land drops and die, and this hand just doesn't do anything, so I would need to get very lucky. We're gonna throw it back. This hand is much better. And that looks good. Yeah. Okay. Probably going to be leading on the Kenra Eternal. Yeah, sure. Because the way things will probably go is that they'll play some creature, and then I'll actually get value out of the shortcutter effect. Yeah? Sure, my guy. No blocks, that's fine. Cool, now we're hitting our land drops. Yeah, that one. And this is why these types of cards are often a trap, because you can only activate this once a turn, so it's not like you get to turn 10 and pour a million mana into it and have a giant monster. But it's like, he didn't do anything on turn 2, and now this card's kind of irrelevant, like, in the face of this. Oh. Say that, and then... Wait, what's this do? Oh yeah, this is a fight card. Well, okay, never mind. My opponent knows what their cards do. Yeah, that's fine. So we're mostly just trading damage, but now I have an evasive guy, and especially starting next turn when I get this thing down, an opponent who's trying to block is going to have a very bad time. Yeah, go ahead. Like, we're just trading damage here, but that's so good for me, because I'm trading damage by continuing to develop my board. My opponent is just pouring mana into their 1-drop, and so... if they can stabilize, I guess that's good for them, because they still have 5 cards in hand, I have 1, and it doesn't do anything. But it's going to be really hard for them to stabilize. Looks like they're mono green, so they're probably not going to have any flyers for my Carrion Screecher. Watch, they may play... Yep, those guys. Never mind. Yeah. I am... So this is interesting. If I attack with the Carrion Screecher, they can just eat it, but then they're taking 5, which is really bad, given that he has Afflict 3. They're almost just dead at that point. And they could trade the Sandwalla with my Earthshaker Kenra, but like I don't even mind that, because next turn I can just Eternalize, Shortcut, or whatever blocker they have, like this guy, and really give it to him. So, yeah, I'm gonna beat down. Yep, blocking as expected, which is fine by me. Now, if I draw something good, like a removal spell, I'm going to feel really silly, but I think I want to wait on this because I think its enters the battlefield ability is very relevant, especially when they're at 4, so if he can force himself through, I just win the game. Yep, one just scoops it up, and that's giving me some faith that I actually know what I'm talking about how to play this format, because, like, you saw, my opponent put a lot of mana into his guys, and then he played a big dude, but he just kind of dirtled and didn't really do anything. Whereas I'm mulliganed, so I was already at a somewhat disadvantage. Ugh. These hands are not pretty. This one actually can cast a spell, and if I draw any red, it's great. Like, I can easily empty my hand to just be playing really undercosted dudes, have some removal that also chips in for damage, but even with all those red sources in my deck, I think I'm better off with the average 6. Unfortunate. This hand has the opposite problem. Everything costs way too much, but at least I've got my colors. Oh, and then there's finally something to do, but I have to scry... I think I have to send that to the bottom. I need to hit my land drops for my hand to really do anything. Makes me very sad. Okay. Sure. Enters tapped. What does card do? Yeah, sure. I'm gonna play a guy that always has 3 power. How's that? The second, return target instant sorcery to your hand. Yeah, sure. Alright, I'll play my land now. And this is why I like to be on the offensive. My opponent tapped out to play a Grey Ogre. So he's got a 2/2 and a 1/3 that technically look like they could block to kill my guy, but they're not going to block to kill my guy. I have a Braid and Kindled Fury. No matter how this turn goes, it's going to go poorly for my opponent, so I am going to hit him for lots of damage. And then this is cool, because he didn't even do anything, so I'm just going to play this card. And I'm going to put a -1/-1 counter here. This one can just sack for value later anyway, and this is going to be more of a threat, I think. And so I will put a -1/-1 counter there. I will threaten Kindled Fury on a block, and then next turn for a single mana I can kill this guy and keep hitting my opponent. So I like our spot, even though we're down multiple cards. Ooh, that card is really annoying. Last time someone did this to me, though, they were way ahead on board and killing me very fast. So here I'm probably just going to take 3 like 5 times and then kill them. What do we do on end step? Resolve. I'm just going to lose 3 life. That's fine. Okay. So play my land. So this turn I could keep up Kindled Fury and a Braid and kill their guy. But their board is really bad, so what I think I'm probably going to do is I'm just going to attack with everybody. They probably aren't going to block or force anything, and then I'll play my big monster. And again, I'm the one applying pressure. Really? Okay. Yeah, I'll give my guy first strike. Okay, now I can't play my Eternal, but I traded a 1-mana spell for my opponent's Grey Ogre, and got in for, or killed their board, and now if they play anything with 3 or less toughness, I still just get to kill it, so I think I am fine with how that turn went. Or they just do nothing? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep losing life, I don't care. Gonna kill my guy. I have a double black card in my deck, so I think I want to play that, but I do need to start considering keeping cards in my hand to just start pitching garbage to this. I don't think I need to do that yet. So, I'm guessing, yeah, they're planning to do something here. Okay, sure, whatever. Okay, they still have mana up. But, yeah, I think I'm just going to play my big monster. It would another consideration is playing the zombie and leaving up a Braid to, again, be ready to clear the way. But I can just do that next turn. That's fine. Wait. Oh, did it auto pass to my turn? Okay. If I do this, I can't also this, but this card is just better, so yeah. Yeah, that was really bad for me. Because Now I'm actually starting to feel the pinch of this. I think I can do this at least once more. My opponent doesn't have any guys, he's not pressuring me. Okay, next time I'm gonna hold on to this, and next time I can pitch to that. Okay. It looks like we are finally generating traction and working towards ending the game. Yep, that's fine. That is not going to live for very long. Let's see what my opponent has to do here. Yep, shrink my guy, that's fine. Okay. I had considered pitching a Braid before to preserve my life total, but I'm really, really glad I didn't. Okay. This is locking me into essentially taking 3 more damage from this, but that's fine, because Blood Rage Brawler is a big deal, and it means I'm threatening lethal next turn if they can't put up any defenses. Neat. Yeah, there's the... Did they just pass their turn back to me? Okay, yeah. That was... Sometimes this game moves, like, really, really fast, and it can be confusing, because... Like there, I put down the Blood Rage Brawler, and before its trigger could even come up, it, like, passed through my turn, passed through their turn, came back, and I had the Torment of Scarabs trigger, and I was like, whoa! Okay, we're on the draw. Maybe we'll get to keep a hand this time? Yeah, this hand doesn't have black, but it's got stuff to do, so... Yep, I'll keep that. Blizzard! Yeah, we'll put that in tapped. Not actually going to be able to empty my hand very fast, but 3 mana 3/2 is not the worst thing in the world, so... Unfortunately, drew another black card, but that's fine. Get to show my opponent my sweet rare. Yep. Sick. Yeah, I'm gonna attack. If they block, I can Kindled Fury, which sucks a little bit, because then I'm not doing anything else with my turn. If they block, I probably actually just trade. The Kindled Fury is gonna get something good for me, so... I wish I had another Kenra Eternal here. It would be nice to Kindled Fury and then do something. Okay. These guys are kinda the same. I don't know which one I'm supposed to play out first. I guess I want to play this one because he's more likely to be attacking and I can take advantage of the Accursed Horde sooner, so... Yeah, I'm fine with that. I wasn't gonna block this guy either way, at least not until I have Kindled Fury up, so... The drawback on this guy is not relevant here. Okay. This is exactly where I want this game to be going. We're trading damage, but my opponent is doing so less effectively. I'm ahead in the race, and you just really always want to be the one pressing the attack here, because, look, my opponent's got this 4/2. If he blocks, it's not going to go well for him. There are no good blocks with this Kindled Fury, even if they look... And even if I didn't have the Kindled Fury, we're trading a 4-drop for a 2 or a 3, so, like... No matter how this goes, or even, like, how it could go, not knowing my hand, it's all just good for me. Yep, traded a 1-mana card for my opponent's 4-mana card, and got in some damage. Play my land for turn, play my lizard. Everything is beautiful. And now, because I've just been curving out... Oh, sweet. Exactly what I wanted, because now my opponent realized they're losing this race, they can't keep up, so they wanted... Okay, so this is actually relevant here. I'm going to play... Oh my god. Sometimes the way this thing taps is so irritating. It was about to tap all of my colored lands and leave Cradle of the Accursed up. Not good. That's not how you want to tap for that. Oh, but so what's going to come up here is my opponent is probably going to block. I'm going to Kindled Fury, and that'll put me down to only one card in hand, so my Lizard gets to be a 4/4, which is great. So now I'm ahead on life, I'm way ahead on board, and I even still have a decent hand going, so I'm liking all of this so far. Yep. Attacks. All attack. Now, because my opponent is showing so much stuff here, this is interesting. Like, because they've got 4 mana, and they didn't do anything on their last turn, it makes me suspect that they have something here too, but... Okay. I mean, that's fine. It just means we're trading tricks here while I get in for damage. Yep. We traded 1 mana tricks, and I got to beat the crap out of them, so... that is a little annoying. Okay. That's gonna put the brakes on our ability to attack for a while. Like, I could ship in with both zombies and give them both indestructible. I'd like that if my opponent were a bit lower. Or I should say give them indestructible if they get blocked. That's not the worst thing in the world. I really wish I had another land so I could play both of these, but if I have to choose, I'm probably going to play this guy, because then I have a chance of doing this without losing any value. The alternative is if I attack with both, he's probably going to block with both. I guess I don't have to give indestructible to the one that gets... This is actually a really complex board. Okay, so let's say I play this, go down to no cards in hand, attack with everybody. My opponent eats the lizard with his hippo, attempts to trade with a zombie. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish the game if I go that route. I might not be able to punch through the last bit of damage. This is a really complicated turn. I want to keep up the pressure, though. I'm going to attack with the zombies. Yep. Hoping that he doesn't block here, because I would like to not have to use the mana this way. I'm fine with pitching this guy. Okay. Target attacking zombie. He'll target himself. Damage. This is cool. Okay, I traded 3 mana to get in for 3 damage. I'm gonna lose my Devastator. That's fine. I already have a really good mana sink. I didn't need this one. So now he's at 6. Now I'm really gonna start applying pressure. Okay. Yeah, I like where this is going. Play this. Yeah. Ship in. Is my opponent dead on board? Not quite. He can go to 1. Yeah. Have this guy save himself. Okay, so I lost 2 guys, got him down to 1. End step, I'm going to be able to crack this Cradle of the Accursed. This isn't as a sorcery. Crap! Oh man, I'm terrible. I forgot that that land worked that way. Oops. I hope that doesn't lose me the game. What does that do? Menace and... Oh, Driven to Despair, so he used Driven. Oh, and this guy's got Vigilance, so he's gonna get a free card, or get to cycle that? Alright, sure. Oh, cool. Okay, I was about to comment, hopefully I'll just draw a Blur of Blades, and everything will be great. Guess what? Everything's great. Yep. Yeah, they even had the thing to gain life, but my medium reckless attack from the turn before paid off. So, cool. Sorry if that was a bit loud for you guys. I just looked over at the levels and saw that this was much louder than most games I play and record with. So yeah, we're 3-0. I think our deck's pretty good. Ugh, these hands. Oh my god. Every card that costs 5 or more in our whole deck. Ew. This hand is a lot better. Do I want that? Yeah. Yeah, I think I do. I can operate on 2 lands, but I want a 3rd for the Minotaur, so yeah. I could be really conservative and hold this, do these, and hope I draw more lands and get to cycle that for value later, but that seems greedy. If I don't, and then this has to be my 3rd land, I would feel really stupid. Yeah. Alright, opponent not doing anything for 2 turns, and I'm gonna have Bear into Shortcutter Bear. I like that. Oh, that's even better. Because that card doesn't do anything. Shouldn't say that. Opponent has already showed us at least 3 colors, and this is gonna fix for any more. So, we are incentivized to pressure and end this game fast, since they're already going to be able to be casting big cards. This kind of sucks. I don't have... I've got fine attacks, I can still hit with the Minotaur. Yeah, I suppose I could Kenra and get through for lots of damage. I don't hate that. Yeah, this isn't going to get better, so let's do that. Then hopefully we draw a red, because I would like to just clear the way, hit him for a lot of damage again. I really like this card, because there are synergies with it. It's super good with my Banewit Punisher. Oh my, that is a large creature. Yeah, I'm gonna just attack with my Menace creature that he can't block. And play another big guy. I'm very glad I topped that swamp. But we're going to need a little more help. And we're also going to need to hope that... Oh, my... It's going to start getting real hard to close this game. Oh, but yeah, this card has a lot of cool synergies. Wow, that's a very aggressive attack. Yeah, sure. Sure, dude. Oh, my opponent is very lucky that I did not draw land. We could have punctured this and just hit him for a lot. This is a good draw, though. Because now we get to shrink the worm, and then next turn we'll be able to kill the worm, which is cool. Yep, yes I would. My attacks are not good, so I'm not going to attack. Now next turn we're going to be able to do cool stuff. Oh man, if I draw a land, I will be able to kill the worm, blur these guys, and then kill that too. That'd be sick. So I don't want to take 10. That seems excessive, especially if he has a kill spell for the Punisher. That would be really bad for me. So, I think I want to block to kill this guy. He can block, because I've got zombies. Kinda want to throw, like, these 3 creatures in here. He needs +3 to trade with all 3 of them, and that's 1,000,000 points of power, so... The problem is that then he gets at least 2, even if he has nothing. So I'm going to take the line that is slightly more likely to get me blown out. Does this thing have trample? No, it's just hard to block, though. This could get me blown out, yeah, but it worked out much better for me because I didn't get blown out. So. Ornery Kudu. Yep. Yep, continues to shrink that because he knows it's dead on board. Cool. It looks like my opponent is largely out of gas, which is great for me. Yes. Drew the land. So then... Oh, you have to sacrifice Banewhip Punisher to do this. So this turn is not as good as I thought it was, but it's still fine. Let's see. Combat. See, I like kind of fell behind in the life total race at some point, which is not great. Huh. I suppose this card would have been really dumb if you didn't have to sacrifice it. So now I'm trying to decide what I do here. I kind of want to just pass. I assume my opponent's going to try to attack, and I can mess that up with Blur of Blades, and my blocks aren't bad. Because my attacks aren't good right now. This is the only one that can attack, and even then I have to burn Blur of Blades on whatever blocks it. Not loving this. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to pass. I'll Blur of Blades, untap, puncture something. Then hope to get attacking again. I don't think I played this game great. I think I kind of let it slip away. Okay. Looks like my opponent has flooded out very badly. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah. Let's see. So I can just kill this guy, which is a lot more efficient than puncturing. It gets the same thing done. Probably just gonna beat down with these guys and then play the Brawler. I can pitch the Kenra. Game's probably gonna end in the next 2 turns. This is a rough block too, because he hits the Afflict, so... Oh, they're just dead. They just died. Yeah. I suppose opponent probably just knew they were dead, and, wanted to block and lose on their own terms, but... Okay, so 4 wins means you get your money back, I think. How many gems was it? Wasn't it 750 gems to enter this? So I guess I need 6 wins to fully get everything back. That's fine, though. We opened some cool stuff. Earthshaker Kenra is a really good card, and I'm guaranteed at least 1 more pack of Hour of Devastation. Not to mention the gems I get back, so... Yeah, liking how this is going so far. I think I started to say before, this deck is really solid. Like, it's not super bomby. Oh, these hands. I mean, it's really good if I get a single black, and I have a lot of lands and stuff to do anyway, and if I hit any lands, I'll be able to play the Manticore. I'm gonna keep this one. This might be greedy, but... Okay, there's something to do. Again, I could cycle this on turn 2 and try to, or turn 3 and try to find black, but I don't want to do that. I don't think I want to be greedy. I just want to curve out, play bears and removal, and then big things. Okay, well now if we hit any land, we have multiple removal spells on deck, so that's good. Yep. Attack with my hasty guy. Yep. So they're probably like the blue-black cycling deck. Hopefully they don't have a Drakehaven here. That would be very bad for me. What does this card do? Oh, so it forces my guys to attack and then they're all exhausted? Alright. Ooh, that's a big boy. Yes! Oh man, I'm so good at Magic. Could play the Banewhip Punisher here, but I think I'm just going to abrade this. Hopefully, since they didn't do anything for a couple turns, they'll have something even bigger and juicier. I'm not going to be able to sack the Banewhip Punisher, but that doesn't matter if we just get to kill their guy. This is great. Yep. Continue to get in damage. Head on life, head on board, even on cards in hand, I will take it. It's next turn. Okay. Play some mediocre dudes. I think we're gonna kill that. Because otherwise, this can trade with one of our dudes, but we don't really care. Yeah, I could play the big Manticore, but I don't think that's exactly what I want to do yet. Puncturing Blow. And if they have a way to get creatures back, it doesn't even work now. Yep. Now this was an awesome Banewhip Punisher. It traded with a 4-drop and a 2-drop by itself. That's nuts. Okay. Finally, the Earthshaker has to stop attacking. It only did 8 damage by itself, which is gross. And our risky hand with no black now has 3 black and 3 red, and we're 1 land away from Cruel Reality, which, unless the rest of their hand is, like, super insane, is going to finish the game very quickly. So I'm feeling pretty good about this one. Oh no. Huh. Means my Kenra can attack again though, so. Sick. And here I'm totally fine trading, because if they do, they don't have a creature left. Okay, they didn't, so they took damage. So I'm gonna chant that player. Go. They chose to. Yep, they knew it was over. That was a beating. That was gross. Banewhip Punisher is a very good card. It's a lot worse than I thought it was, and it's still really, really good. This is that other hand, but backwards. These are all good, though. So even if we don't draw red, we have good stuff to do. Yep, I'm keeping it. Another thing that I can cast with my current hand. Sick. Yeah, so far I am very sold on the draft lots of bears that are hard to block plan. This was the worst card I could have drawn. I wish I would have drawn it last turn so I could hold the Desert of the Glorified to cycle, but that's not how it went down, so. Oh, that's pretty close. Yeah, now I think I want to trade because my attacks aren't good into that guy, so. Wait. Control desert, or there's a desert card in your graveyard. Oh, he led on a desert. I'm dumb. Well, I guess I can get rid of this stupid swamp that I was complaining about. And then draw a 4-drop. Oh my god. It's fine. Everything is fine. Kind of gross. That's really gross. Yeah, play the most expensive card in my hand that I can cast. Yep. Can't block. Oh my. Oh my. Now I can't attack and I can't block? Oh god. I think we're picking up our first loss here, boys. It's not looking good. Yeah, no attackers. No blocks. This card is very good. If we double block, he just gives his guy indestructible, eats one of our dudes. That's not good for us. If we start hitting red, we could, like, come back. We could start doing this stuff, which is all good stuff to be doing. Man, we have a lot of opponents with this card. Oh, God. Okay, we hit red, and I don't think it's good enough. Because, like, this is a zombie, so it has menace, we can't jump it, and it's gonna have indestructible, and we, like, can't really easily get rid of this. Yeah, I think we're dead. I'm gonna call it. Oh no. Losing my hard-earned status. Yep. Like, maybe we were 10% at most to win that game if a lot of things started going well, but yeah, I think my time is better spent playing another game, and then hopefully win or lose, we can move on and jump into another draft or whatever. Yeah, this hand is sweet. Losing the coin flips though, that's kind of sad. Cool. Trick, exactly what I want in this hand. I'm going to play guys, I'm going to attack, and then I'm going to force them through. Don't play anything? Or play something bad? Okay. I'm checking, and they definitely don't have a desert yet, so I don't have to feel stupid. Now, this is an interesting situation if he attacks, because it's not clear whether or not I'm supposed to block. Because, like, how my opponent's starting, normally I would say I don't block, I want to trade damage, I want to beat down. My deck's very good at that. But I'm probably going to miss my land drop, and my opponent is also doing the same thing, and so trading damage is a good way to, like, just get run over and die. And now I look like a fool. Such a fool. So, there are several things I could do here. I could just say, alright, back to plan A, start playing dudes, attack, force them through, deal a lot of damage. Or I could try to play more defensively. I can play this Blood Rage Brawler, probably pitching this. I've got everything else I want going on here. And then I'm also leaving up Kindled Fury if I do that, which, like, means that even if he has a trick, I probably win. I think I just want to hit him. Yep, you can't block. Combat, attacks. Because I made the speech about missing my land drop and how I don't want to trade damage. It went the other way around. My opponent missed his land drop, I hit mine, so I'm going to be able to play bigger and more powerful spells while he might not be playing spells at all. And so, okay, he's gonna hit his land drop, but at what cost? His whole turn, that's the cost. Yep, nothing through. Okay, he's 3 color, so that's good for him. I should be more inclusive. It's good for my opponent. Okay, opponent doesn't want to block, that's great for me. Now what I can do, go to combat, attack, send in with my Duder. Now if he blocks, I can, yep. This is where I show that I don't know this format as well as I should. I don't know if there are good combat tricks for W. There usually are. Okay, this says end turn, but I think it means go to my second main phase. Yeah. It's been really buggy with that. It's a little awkward. It's going to be difficult for me to get down to 1 card in hand for this without spewing value, but that's fine. You know what? Okay, so they are a big mana deck, even though they, like, led with these. Alright, that's fine. Oh. I could just go really hard. Like, play this, pitch Puncturing Blow, abrade his Manalith, hope he doesn't have anything good to do on 3, hit for 6. I really don't want to give up my removal, but I think my biggest advantage right now is my pressure. I think I just want to play the largest creatures I can, beat down. I should have thought this through more. I shouldn't have played that mountain. I should have pitched the mountain to the brawler. Because I could still go down to 1 card in hand. And I would have kept my very good removal spell instead of throwing it away. I'm just playing too fast. Destroy target artifact, blow up your thing. Yep. Attack. Now they're at 12. I've got 10 on board. They didn't do anything on 3 last turn, and I blew up their mana rock, so... If I lose because I'm short a puncturing blow, I'm gonna feel really stupid, but... Can't be making any sunk cost fallacies. I still think that was the correct way to play. Alright, they have a big snake, but now they don't get their lands back next turn. Sure. Yeah, I'm not losing any value from that. Okay. Yeah, so... If I attack with everybody here, this could eat my Kenra and they could chump, but that's not great for them. So I think what's probably going to happen is they're going to trade here with their snake, and then trade here, which is good for me, because I get in for 4, clear their board, they aren't doing anything next turn, and then I'm going to be able to eternalize my Kenra and kill them. So, unless... This is just on ETB, right? Yes. Unless something very weird happens, I think I've got this game locked up. Yep. They should kill this one, unless they've got things that care about 3 toughness, because if something weird happens, this creature can shrink back down, whereas this will always be a good 4/3. Yep, trade, get them low. And I'm just gonna pass. They shouldn't be able to do anything, their lands don't untap. But if they somehow did, I want the shortcutter effect here. Yep. It's one funny thing about playing MTG Arena is that it shows relevant graveyard cards, like, right up there with your hand. So, the thing about that is, it means that I can't forget. Like, I have my Earthshaker Kenra staring me in the face. In Magic, in Paper Magic, or even Magic Online, you can often just hope that your opponent forgets about their relevant flashback card or eternalized creature or something. This hand's curve is a little wonky. 2, 5, 7, but we have all our colors and we have a value land, so I'm going to... But yeah, sometimes you can hope your opponents forget about their cards. That is never going to happen in Magic Arena. Ulysses, huh? Interesting spelling. Waiting for my opponent. One thing I do like is the turn timer with, like, the fuse that counts down keeps things moving along. It means that one thing that happens on Magic Online is sometimes you'll start the game and your opponent will just leave and sit there for 3.5 minutes, and it just kills the pace of play. But that can't really happen here. It's not like a full chess clock, but it does mean the game usually has to keep moving along. This little indicator here is actually a really cool system. So every time you complete a turn without the fuse appearing, you get one of these little dots. And when you get up to 3 dots, you get an hourglass, which represents a 30-second time extension. So even if you time out during a turn, if you have one of these, you get an additional 30 seconds. And so it rewards clean, quick play throughout the game by allowing you to have more time when you need it on, like, a much longer turn. I'm wondering if my opponent is just really unhappy with their opener, or maybe they left, maybe they disconnected, hard to say. But if they don't make their mulligan decision soon, they are going to run out of time. Yeah, and like I said, I really like this system. Okay. They don't get to mulligan, that's fine. What I really hope isn't happening is I hope they aren't going to make it go down to the very last bit every single time. I've read that some people are doing this in the hopes that their opponents will concede. I am not going to concede if that happens. Cool. Would have preferred, like, the Menace 3 drop, but that is more than fine. Gives me something to do next turn. Sure, what does this do? Okay, sure. This is interesting. Do I play this, or do I hold it to cycle? It's my 5th land, and if I go overboard on lands, I can cash in this Cradle anyway, so I think I am going to play that Desert. Yep, beaten down, because that's how we do it around here. This is cool. I get in a damage and trade with this guy. I am very glad that I won the die roll here, because, like, this same game, but my opponent on the play, I just have so much less initiative. I'm not really going anywhere. Okay. Opponent's got some kind of prowess deck going on. I'm going to continue attacking. Yep. And he'll probably be able to hit back for a little more damage. This is the type of matchup that could go badly for me, because, like, if he has removal spell, kill your guy, hit me for 3, he could race pretty effectively, but that is not what happened. So yeah, it sucks not being able to do anything this turn. I could have played the Cradle and cracked it, but that's not, like, actually getting anywhere. What's this do? Okay. Lets them get in for a lot of damage if they want. That's fine. Because they played an evasive threat that represents damage that's hard to interact with. I'm going to play a big fat threat that represents just a lot of raw damage. Like, evasion is nice, but only if I were planning to block before. I never intended to block this game. That was not on my priority list, so. Yep. Oh no, I can't block. Yep, sure. Doing that for 1 extra damage? Opponent, it's more damage to just attack me with this twice. Alright. Cool. That gives me something to do. I'm going to go to combat, and I'm going to attack with my creatures. And this is cool. I can chump, and then it makes a 2/2 to apply more pressure when I'm going back. Yep, sure. Get in for 1, trade my guy, hit you for a lot. I am all about it. Again, could play the Cradle, make a zombie. Not gonna do that, because I want to play my sweet 7-mana Mythic enchantment next turn. And this is... I think this is actually the right type of deck for this, because my opponent is just desperately trying to play creatures and block and stuff, and we're just making that a really bad idea. Huh. This is like the only card I could have drawn that would make me tempted to play this turn differently, because he's almost certainly going to block 5/4 on 5/4, and being able to eat his big guy seems kind of good. Because I really like being able to keep this around, because it'll be able to finish the game for me. And then that begs the question then, do I use the Cradle? Because if I do, then I'm not guaranteed to have 7 lands to play this next turn. This is the first time that it's like really a pity that I have to attack with this, because I think my favorite play would be to hold this back. But yep, attack with my big thing. I think, wow. Pony, you know I'm at 15, right? Alright. So this is gonna eat one of their guys. Huh, it's gonna eat this, so I'm actually not gonna be able to block, which is a little sad, but... Yep. Because this thing has Menace, but like, He attacks me for 9? I suppose if he has some sort of pump spell, I might just be dead. That would be sad. Alright, opponent, you got it? Oh, wait. I didn't math correct. He did still have it. Alright. That is not how I expected that to go. I guess I played that wrong. I don't think I'm supposed to play around Inferno Jet. It's funny because I even hesitated thinking, oh man, it's probably not that hard for him to deal an extra 3, but that's like not even what he did. This hand needs lands, but it's got both of its colors and it's got stuff to do at every amount of lands, so I am going to keep. Is that who we just played? No, we were against Ulysses, I think? I forget. It's harder to remember when it's the same 2 avatars every time. Something to do. Play in the Sandwalla. Okay. Another 5-drop was not what I was hoping for. Alright. I don't even care which lands they are. I just need like 3 more in a row. And then we'll curve out and it will be glorious. Yes! I can't actually attack into this though, because they'll just pump it and eat my Kenra. That's a little sad. Oh well. I will play my lizard. It's like, okay, their option to do that means it bricked my Kenra, and I don't get to attack with it, but that's like not even bad for me, because it still meant that they didn't do anything on turn 2. They didn't develop their board. Okay. Now ramp it up. Land? Yes! Okay. After our initial hand, yeah, I'm fine with trading here. This was gonna happen eventually. There's no way to avoid it. Now we're back where I wanted to be. We're applying pressure. I have the dudes on the board. I even have good cards in my hand. These all represent a lot of damage. Like, yeah, sure. That's okay. Having a blocker is good for them. I'll hold on to that. I don't have anything else to do this turn, and maybe I have to shrink something on their next turn. Like if they play the Bitterbow Sharpshooters, I think it's called, the 5-mana 4/4 Vigilance thing, I'm going to want to shrink it down so the Lizard can potentially trade with it. Tapping 4. Ensuring they leave black up. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, that's sad. Oh, I'm kind of unhappy. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to use the Blur of Blades here. So now this thing can't represent trading with my Lizard by itself anymore. And so if they want to trade with my Lizard, they have to lose their Mana Dude too, and that's not great for them. So, yeah. Yep. Get in. Sure. Oh, they probably have, yep. Because they specifically left the black up. Should have known they were going to do that. It's a little sad. I would prefer to trade my Lizard for something better than that, but this is... Oh, we're still in... Okay. In combat. I'm getting really punished for having a tap land in my deck, but that's fine. Hopefully just playing 5-drops every turn for the rest of the game, we'll be able to close it out. 5 mana, 5/4 Manticores, specifically. I'd feel a lot better about this if I still had my Kenra. This is where I'm happy to be, because it's going to be very difficult for them to avoid dying, just because even if these both get eaten in combat and this never does anything, that represents 9 damage that they can't really interact with. Hopefully they attack with the hippo because they're leaning on this guy. No. Well, let's see. This is awkward. I really wish I'd drawn my Abrade instead, because I think I'm going to want to Puncturing Blow this hippo, but that means I'm not applying pressure anymore because I'm not playing another creature. That's like really bad. Ugh. I don't love how this is going. So, obviously I have to attack with this. He's gonna block it with the hippo, eat it. What I really would have liked is the Fury card, First Strike. What was it called? I didn't draw one this game, so never mind. So, second main, I can either play another one, which the problem with that is it's still applying pressure, but they can just attack me for a lot of damage. Like, just start beating me down with this. I could Puncturing Blow to kill the hippo, or I could kill the sharpshooters so they're not applying pressure anymore. Or I could play this, but I think that's my worst option. So, what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to attack with this guy, which kind of sucks, but I don't get a choice. And I think I am actually going to Puncturing Blow the sharpshooters. Because clearing the hippo is like... am I about to talk myself out of this? It's still... It means the sharpshooters are going to trade with these creatures. But then if they don't have anything else, I would be left with the biggest thing. Yeah, I talked myself out of it. I'm gonna kill the hippo. I don't love this. They're gonna start hitting me, and if they play another big creature, I'm probably just gonna lose the game to these. Okay, that's not big enough to trade with my big things, so... Okay. Oh my god! Maximum punished, I can't double spell this turn. That does even represent the last point of damage that I need. If I can attack with it, but they might kill me before that. Oh man, if I'd like played this guy last turn and then this turn was able to Puncturing Blow plus Kenra Eternal. Oh, this is so bad. Yeah, we're gonna die. Oh man, I feel like we're really close to winning this game and it's just not gonna happen. What could get us out of this? Our own Banewit Punisher would help a lot. Yeah. Yep, we're dead. Oh, that's sad. And it, like, came down to that one turn. I don't know if we would have won if I'd played something differently, but specifically drawing a 2-drop was tragic. Okay, 6-3, not great, but that's fine. I will take it. Let's see what we got. Okay, just the 1-pack. Cool, but I got more gems than I paid to get in, got everything I drafted, and got a pack, so cool for a first draft. I will see you all next time. I'm sure I'll do more of these.